Imagine a man so rich he once offered to pay off Colombia's entire national debt. A man who built his own luxury prison with a waterfall and soccer field. A man who supplied 80% of the cocaine going into the United States. His name was Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was born on December 1st, 1949, in Rio Negro, Colombia. His family was very poor. His father was a farmer and his mother was a school teacher. When Pablo was still a baby, the family moved to Envigado, a suburb of Medellin. He was the third of 7 children. Life was hard. One story says Pablo and his brother were once sent home from school because they didn't have shoes. As a teenager, Pablo dropped out of school. He started small crimes to make money. He sold fake diplomas, smuggled stereo equipment, and even stole tombstones from graveyards to sell them again. He also stole cars. In 1974, he was arrested for the first time for car theft. These small crimes taught him how to survive on the streets. But Pablo had bigger dreams. He wanted power. In the 1970s, cocaine became very popular in the United States. Colombia was perfect for the drug business because it is close to Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador. Countries that grow the coca plant used to make cocaine. Pablo started with marijuana, but quickly moved to cocaine. In 1975, a local drug boss named Fabio Restrepo was murdered. Many people believe Pablo ordered the killing. After that, Pablo took control and expanded the business fast. In 1976, he officially founded the Medellin cartel with partners like the Ochoa brothers. The cartel controlled everything, buying coca from other countries, turning it into cocaine in secret jungle labs, and smuggling it to the USA. They used small planes, boats, and even cars with hidden compartments. At its peak, the cartel sent about 15 tons of cocaine to the US every day. Pablo became the main leader. People started calling him El Patron, the boss. By the early 1980s, Pablo was making unbelievable money. Some say he earned up to $420 million per week. Pablo Escobar built a huge luxury house called Hacienda Napoles in Colombia. It had swimming pools, artificial lakes, and beautiful gardens. It had a private zoo with giraffes, hippos, elephants, and more. But Pablo's power came with terrible violence. His famous saying was, "Plata o plomo," silver or lead. That means, take my bribe, silver, or I will kill you, lead bullet. He bribed police, judges, and politicians. If they refused, he had them killed. In 1984, his men murdered Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla. The government then tried to send him to the United States for trial. Pablo hated this idea. He said he would rather have a grave in Colombia. Pablo started a war against the Colombian government. His cartel killed thousands of people, police officers, judges, journalists, and even presidential candidates. In 1989, they bombed an airplane, Avianca Flight 203, to try to kill a politician. Over 100 innocent people died. Medellin became one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Pablo's hitmen, called sicarios, carried out many murders. Estimates say his cartel was responsible for over 4,000 deaths. By 1991, the pressure was too much. The Colombian government made a deal. Pablo would surrender and serve only 5 years in prison. In return, he would not be extradited to the US, and he could build his own prison. The prison was called La Catedral. It was like a luxury hotel. It had a nightclub, sauna, waterfall, soccer field, phones, and even a bar. Pablo chose his own guards. He continued running his drug business from inside the prison. But in 1992, Pablo tortured and killed 2 men inside the prison. The government decided to move him to a real jail. Before they could, Pablo escaped in July 1992. He went into hiding, but the manhunt began. After escaping, Pablo was on the run. The Colombian government, with help from the United States and even rival drug groups, created a special team called the Search Block to find him. Pablo's money was running low. He had to move between safe houses. On December 1st, 1993, he celebrated his 44th birthday quietly. The next day, December 2nd, the police found his hideout in a middle-class neighborhood in Medellin. Pablo and his bodyguard tried to escape over the rooftops. There was a shootout. Pablo was shot in the leg, torso, and head. He died on the roof at age 44. Some people still believe he killed himself with a final bullet to avoid capture. After his death, the Medellin cartel quickly fell apart. Pablo Escobar's life shows how power and money can change a person. To some poor people, he was a hero who helped them. To others, he was a monster who brought terror and death to Colombia. His story is still famous today because of TV shows like Narcos. But remember the real cost: thousands of lives lost, a country damaged by violence, and the destruction caused by the drug trade. What do you think about Pablo Escobar? Villain or misunderstood hero? Tell me in the comments.